What's good, y'all? Welcome back to another video here on Infinite Takes. It is Tuesday, you know what that means. Another Raw review. But let's get right into this review. Show starts with an interesting person entering the building. Travis Scott. Didn't really expect that, but if you did know, the show is in Houston, Texas, and Travis Scott is synonymous with. I don't even know if he's from here, but he's synonymous with being in Houston, Texas. I'm guessing he's from here. Must be a native. And he enters with Jay Uso, which is interesting. And I feel like they've been in Texas for a very long time, for about 3 weeks maybe, which is of damn near a fucking month, almost a month. They've been in here for they did a San Antonio show here, not here, but in Texas. They did a San Antonio show, they did a Dallas show, and now they're doing a fucking Houston show. You're running out of places to do shows in Texas. I think next week, well, this coming Friday Night SmackDown, we're going to a different state. For sure, we have to be going to a different state because holy shit, bro, it's too much. Like you did every spot you could do in Texas, which is good. They hit all the locations. And in the same, not in the same, but in the next slide, you know how it always starts off the show with showing two people entering, which I do like. Then it shows Gunther entering. He has a big. Well, he doesn't have big. Other people have a big title opportunity. Um, they have a chance to enter to be in a chance title something. They have a chance for something with a title later on. Gauntlet. A lot of people. I'm just saying words. The show opens with Drew McIntyre cutting a promo. A little town hall ish. He says Seth is a selfish, delusional, arrogant, hypocritical junkie for accepting the tag team match at Mania and not focusing on their match at Mania. Seth comes out and he tells Drew that he almost got his full attention last week when he claymored him, and he just thinks he needs to be claymored one more time so he could really get his full undivided attention. But Drew not going for it. He just shakes his head like, nah, I'm not gonna hit you. Drew told Seth that Seth gave him some advice in their last title match, well, before their last title match, which was a couple months ago. You remember he faced him, and then that's when like Damian Priest interfered and shit like that. Sometimes I forget Damian Priest has Money in the Bank. Maybe we could talk about that a little later. Just a little, tangent. Maybe after this promo, I could give my opinion on that. But Drew told Seth that he gave him some good advice to he told him to focus, just forget about the bloodline. Things happened, it happened. Focus on the task at hand. And Drew said he used that advice to get to where he is right now, to get back in the title picture. And he said he's trying to give Seth the same exact advice, but Seth won't listen because Seth only cares about Seth. And then he calls Drew a honorary member of the bloodline because in his recent wins, uh, probably almost all his wins as of late, and basically all his matches, were beating Cody, were beating um, Jay both times. It has been with bloodline interference, so he did call him an honorary member of the bloodline, which I thought was very funny. And I think that ticked Drew off a little bit that he called him an honorary member of the bloodline. Drew tells Seth that he knows exactly what he's trying to do. He's trying to bait him in. He's trying to provoke him. He's trying to goad him into attacking him. And honestly, I don't know why Drew won't do it. He says he needs to beat him at Mania, so he won't attack him right now, which I don't understand. It's not like they have a stipulation where they can't touch each other or something, but I don't know why he won't attack him. Honestly, you literally just attacked him last week. I'm saying you probably want to do it in a heelish way, but uh, Drew walks out of the ring. Seth says, "I have something else to tell you." Basically, he gets to the ramp area, and then Seth says, "Hold on, Drew." He tells him, "You want to know why I haven't been paying attention to you?" And then he tells him that he hasn't been paying attention to him because he's at the bottom of his concerns right now. He said it's his bloodline, it's his bad knee, it's his bad back, it's all the injuries he's dealing with right now. And then at the very, very, very bottom is Drew McIntyre, which I thought was a good bait. It was a very good bait. And then with Seth saying that Drew, storms right back down to the ring. He's about to enter. He's like leaning on it, and then he just walks away. I don't know why he doesn't want to attack him. I really don't know why. He just says, I just need to beat you at Mania, which I understand, but I don't know. Oh yeah, and this is what I had to say about Damian Priest, right? Damian Priest has had that Money in the Bank for almost a full year. It's about to come up. Not about to, but it's pretty close on coming up. Um, that Money in the Bank means absolutely nothing. Not gonna lie to you. He has no aura to it. He doesn't feel like a Money in the Bank holder. There almost is no looming threat anymore because it's been a lot of times, so many damn times this man could have cashed it in, and he even had a title shot of his own. Yo, it's bad, bro. But what do I think he's gonna do with the Money in the Bank? I don't really know. Like I feel like, cause it could go either way. Both of these ways are interesting. I think he cashed in on Cody the night of. 'Cause I believe Cody's winning, by the way. Obviously, he cashed on Cody, but I think that would undermine it, and that wouldn't. Oh my god, that would be so bad if it happened to Cody. But yeah, he could. I think he's going to definitely cash in on a world championship. I don't think they're gonna strap that universal title on the undisputed universal title on Damian Priest. But I could see him as a world title holder, and I do think he's going to do it either at Mania or the night after. Moving on to the next match. Next match is Becky Lynch versus Liv Morgan, and I've been hating on Liv the past few weeks because people think she's a superstar and she's not. She's just a okay star. And sometimes I feel like even me calling her star is a stretch, but I'll call her a star. Point in this match where Liv dived to the outside, like a suicide dive, and it looked like her legs kind of got caught in the rope a little bit. Lucky she didn't get hurt, but it looked like she could have been hurt, which was, very, very, very scary. Liv hits a springboard cold break that looked fucking sick. I was like, holy shit, like, this is what I like. You're doing some shit I like. And then Liv hits a fucking sunset flip power bomb to the outside, hitting Becky on the outside. That shit looked cool. I don't know why, but it was just a regular sunset flip to the outside. I guess maybe because it was from the apron and the way she kind of set it up. It just looked fucking nice. I was like, holy shit, Liv is doing some moves I like. I'm getting behind this character. Becky hits a manhandle slam. This is later in the match, by the way. Becky hits a manhandle slam. Liv rolls out the ring. And then later on in the match, the same thing happens, but in her order. Liv hits a Oblivion. Like I said, I hate this move. And Becky rolled out the ring. I was like, okay, this match is kind of cooking. Liv jumps off the middle rope, gets caught with a manhandle slam for the decisive win by Becky, which I predicted. And look, this is not. Liv fans are gonna say this is Liv getting buried, or not getting buried, but just being pushed away, or maybe they might go extreme with bury. You know how fans could be with shit; they just extreme it all the time, right? And personally, I don't. This is because you can look good in a defeat, and Liv looked good in a defeat. Because you have to understand what Becky Lynch is. Becky Lynch is she's done everything in this company to what a woman could do. Like she's a Royal Rumble winner, a Elimination Chamber winner, competed in every type of match you could think of, won every match you could fucking think of. by the way. WrestleMania, multiple time champion, tag team champion. There's just nothing that Becky hasn't done. And for you to like, go toe to toe with her and be like, I belong. Yeah, it's not a bad look for Liv. So yeah, I think she looks strong in defeat. Rhea ends up coming out at the end of their match when Becky did win, and then she walks past Liv, smiles at her. Liv is livid. Funny enough, she is irate. She says something. I don't know what she says. I think she said, "I'm coming for everything you love." It's like Liv, let it go. It's just not your time. Just face it. It's not your time. You look good tonight. Just let's leave it at that. Rhea tells Becky deep down she knows, as in Becky knows, that she is not better than Rhea. Becky says she's good when people believe in her, but she's at her best, rather at her greatest, when the world is against her. And if and she said, and she said, if it's everybody in the world against her, good luck to the world, or something like that. It was a cool line. I kind of fucked it up a little bit. Adam Pearce and Nick Aldis announced a 6-pack challenge for the tag team titles at WrestleMania. So Damian Priest and Finn Balor will be defending those titles in a 6-pack ladder match, which most people thought we were gonna get a split of the tag team titles. I don't know. I don't know how they're gonna split these titles. 'Cause I'm like, oh yeah, that could be the match of Mania to split them. But how the fuck do you split those titles at that point? Next match is Maxine and Ivy Nile versus Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell. This was weird. Can't lie to you. Do I like it? No, not at all. A little bit. All right, I'm gonna be honest. A little bit. I do like it a little bit. Don't hate it. I just think it was very uh eh. That's the best description I have for that. I just didn't really care for it. Maybe you'll see why. So match starts off. They get right into it. Uh, Not really much wrestling on this. Like this is more like a segment turn into a match, or match turn into a segment rather. So at some point, very quickly, like this happens very quickly. The match starts and somehow is they find Maxine in the ring with Candice LeRae, and Maxine's about to hit the worm to. Maxine was on fire, by the way. She was like really fired up, and I was like, "Oh, she's really going after her. She's really, you know, really trying to get better." I guess you could say. And she's about to hit the worm, and then Candice LeRae tags in because she's about to hit her Indy Hartwell. And it's so funny because Candice LeRae yells, "She's not taking that." Immediately in my head, I'm like, "What the fuck is she talking? She's not taking that." Because that's not something you say in a match. You're like, nah, she's not taking that shit. Wrap it up. She tells Maxine she does not belong in the ring with them. This is crazy. She says, "I'm glad your brother's dead and he won't have to see you be a disappointment, or you won't have to shame him or something like that." It was one of those two for sure, but I was like, holy shit, she's going crazy. And then Maxine would like fake run, like I guess she's about to leave. She's about to leave, and then Indy Hartwell just big boots her. And Candice LeRae like kicks Ivy now off the apron, pins her, and they win. And it was a very, I don't know. This felt like a shoot. Like really, it didn't feel like this was like something that was supposed to happen. Obviously it was, but it was like it felt like a fucking shoot. Holy fuck. Candice LeRae heel turn for sure. Cody Rhodes and Michael Cole interview, which I did enjoy this a lot. This was very good. Uh, didn't really progress anything. It was just a fun little thing to do, I think. That's all I really could say about this. That's not all I'm going to say, but overall, it was just a nice little thing to do. He tells Michael Cole he doesn't know if The Rock is actually his boss, but whether he is or he's not, it feels good to slap your boss. Cole raises a good point of him and Seth having history. Doesn't really get into that history, but he mentions that they did have some, personal beefs. He does mention that Seth was the last one to beat Roman in a one-on-one match. Not pinning him, but beating him by DQ, which, they did mention that also. And then he straight asks Cody, how can you trust Seth with the history and, because maybe Seth feels like he wants to be the one to dethrone Roman. And Cody basically says people change. He brings up a bunch of moments of Michael Cole used to be a guy in a booth with like a inside plexiglass. This was around the 2010s era. A very bad time wrestling, I would admit. Shitty wrestling at this time. Very bad. Um, yeah, he said people change. Michael Cole used to be a guy in plexiglass and just being like a heel commentator, and now he's like the voice of WWE. Cody then he mentioned some other things about his mom, his dad, some family stuff, and he says something about he mentioned like a couple fans and situations. I didn't really write any of that down because like I don't feel like this is imperative to the story. I just didn't really feel like it went along with it, so I didn't write that stuff down. He said the story is no longer about Roman and the title. The story is beyond him, but it is up to him to finish it though. And he tells Michael Cole for the first time in his career, Michael Cole's career, he'll be able to say a Rhodes is WWE champion. Pretty good promo. Like I said, didn't really progress anything. Next segment is a Becky Lynch and Liv Morgan. They're backstage. They shake hands. Look like, they made peace. And then out of nowhere, appears Nia Jax. Attacks them both. Throws Liv into what I presume to be a garbage. And then she just Yaranagis some type of slam into the table, which was, it looked kind of cool. It looked pretty good. It's versus Truth. You know how I feel about this R-Truth stuff. It's just, I feel like it's comedy bits that they want to work, but for me, it doesn't work. I generally don't care about it. But this match was actually pretty fun. I did enjoy it, so I did have to write a few things down in this match. Priest goes for a Razor's Edge, and then Truth reverses it. And Damien tries to hit him with a clothesline. He ends up hitting the post. When I was writing this down, I couldn't remember what that shit was called. I was like, the LED pole. But it's he hits a little post, and then R-Truth dives on him. Truth hits all the John Cena moves: shoulder tackle, the little arm swing shit, put him down, five knuckle shuffle, hits the five knuckle shuffle, attitude adjustment, hits the attitude adjustment. It gets like a very deep 2 count. That shit felt like a 2.7 level, maybe like a 2.999. I was like, holy shit, you got like a really deep 2 count on that. But Damian Priest ends up kicking out. He locks in the STF, and then that is when Priest and Balor come out. They don't come out to attack R-Truth. They came out to attack. I forgot to mention that too. DIY came down at some point. They came down to attack DIY. That happens. Then something very scary happens in the match as DIY and Balor and JD. Did I mention JD? I feel like I mentioned some parts. Anyways, as Balor and JD are attacking DIY outside of the ring, Truth dives onto them, but he completely like over not completely, but he overshot them so much that his face smacks the floor. Like, don't get me wrong, his body kind of landed on them, but his face just completely went over everybody. Damn near smacked the table, but it definitely smacked the floor. And he could very well have a concussion. Like, without a fucking doubt. He could very well have a concussion. Nasty fall he took. He gets back in the ring, gets hit with House of Seven. South of Heaven. How did I mix that up so badly? He gets hit with South of Heaven, and then Priest picks up the win. Priest is just picking up pointless ones at this point. Finn and JD start jumping. Almost a Damian Priest. Start jumping DIY. Damian Priest hits Tommaso Ciampa with the South of Heaven on the apron. Finn Balor hits a coup de grace on Johnny Gargano, and yeah, that's it. They stand tall. Becky then challenged Nia to a last woman standing match. Why is she doing this? Leave that to fucking Liv, bro. Liv should be in that match. Jay cuts a promo. To me, this was a very nothing promo. Maybe, when people see this, they have more to say about it. But he just says he wants to fight Jimmy at WrestleMania. He challenged him to a match at WrestleMania. Brother versus brother. Uso versus Uso. Twin versus twin. At the backstage interview, he says that 600 plus days ago, he said an exact number, I can't remember, like 639 or something like that. I can't remember exactly what he said. But he said 600 days ago, he won the Intercontinental Championship. And ever since then, he's been taking this title to heights it has never been to before. And he says the competitors in the Gauntlet tonight are good. Basically, they're good competitors. Um, he'll be looking forward to see who he's facing at WrestleMania. But once again, they're just gonna get embarrassed at WrestleMania. Now it's time for the Gauntlet match. The order it goes in is just letting you know. The order it goes in: Ricochet, JD, Bronson Reed, Nakamura, Sami Zayn, and then Chad Gable. First competitors is Ricochet and JD. Ricochet beats JD with a shooting star press. Bronson Reed reverts like a Hurricanrana move and then hits a senton on Ricochet and then hits him with a tsunami for the win. Next person that comes out is Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn hits Bronson Reed with like a sunset flip powerbomb off the top rope and picks up a win. But as he picks up the win, and then Bronson Reed comes from behind, attacks him, hits him with a tsunami, and then Nakamura and Shinsuke go at it. Oh, Sami Zayn just hits a hoover kick to beat Nakamura. Then the final two is Gable and Sammy, which is a very, very interesting matchup because a lot of people want both of these people to win. Point this match, they're on the outside. Gable locks in the ankle lock on the outside, and he kind of Sammy kicks him into the steel steps, which I thought was a pretty interesting spot. Then another point in this match, Gable had his ankle lock locked in for a very, very long time. And then he just transitioned to a German. It seemed like a little bit of a 2K move right there. Not that you could do that exactly in 2K, but like the way the German went, I was like, that's a fucking 2K German. For a moonsault and then misses. When he misses the moonsault, Sammy goes for a Helluva Kick, hits Helluva Kick, but his ankle's hurt. He's kind of like, dragging his body towards to him to cover him for the pin. He goes for the pin, then Gable reverses his pin with a pin, which was I kind of don't like. Like I don't like when people go for regular pins and they reverse it with another pin. I hate that shit. Glad that wasn't. Gable hits a chaos surge and immediately goes into an ankle lock, which was kind of cool. I think he went for a pin after chaos surge, or he just bridged it. But yeah, he definitely fucking locks in the ankle lock. Sami Zayn kind of rolls him up and wins for a very surprising win. Gauntlet match, it wasn't that bad. Gunther comes out, stares down Sammy. They have a little I see you, you see me, WrestleMania moment. And, that was Monday Night Raw. I feel like it had pretty good things on it. Is it a missable Raw? I'm gonna be honest with you, it is. But I think if you watch it, you'll enjoy some things on it. I enjoyed practically everything on it. If you enjoy, leave a like, subscribe, helps the channel out a ton. Tell me what you thought about this Monday Night Raw. Let me know what you like. Let me know what you disliked. And do you enjoy when I kind of just get to the points of like just tell you what happened at the end of the match? Because in the beginning I was covering the entire match from the beginning, the spots I liked and shit like that. Now I'm just kind of giving you middle half and things that happen beginning don't really matter. And I feel like this is most of this I'm just giving you end. How did the match finish? But let me know if you like a more longer style of like, oh, this what happened in the beginning, and then this set up that. Or do you like when I just give you middle end, or do you just like when I give you, bam, this how it finished? Cause I enjoy like what I did today with middle end. I could do that, but let me know. Once again, I'll see you guys on Saturday. We'll see what happens on SmackDown. Um, Maybe something might even happen on NXT. Who knows? Wrestling is weird sometimes. See you guys Saturday. Peace.